Hello, I'm Jonathan Zeek, and for my CS240 final project, I would like to make a text-based video game called Textscape RPG. It's basically going to use all of the object-oriented programming we learned this year in terms of inheritance, basically having enemies inherit different things from a base enemy class. It's going to use abstraction in terms of basically having different things each enemies can use. Um, and basically, I'm just trying to use object-oriented programming in as many ways as possible, making this game. I'm going to be doing it all on the Vim text editor and using Java as my programming language. In terms of, I guess, more of the gameplay, I'm planning on having characters, pick characters which will have classes, experience, and game progression tied with that character. There's also hit points on the character, so the character can die. Then also, I'll be using serialization to save each character. So characters can either reload a save file of their character or possibly just make a new character. Um, for the most part, um, in terms of gameplay, I'm thinking there'll be fighting, crafting, exploring, and sleeping. So fighting, you'd be fighting enemies, gaining experience, leveling up. Crafting, you just, with the resources you get from fighting and exploring, you can create different items that might make certain encounters easier or harder. And exploring basically just kind of gets you further in the game, might get you to different environments. Like certain environments might be, inside a cave where you'll fight a certain specific type of enemy and maybe get certain items, possibly find like random encounters. And sleeping just basically heals your character. You regain any resources, things along those lines. So for the most part, I want to focus on using what we learned in Java and in C++ in terms of object-oriented programming. I'm going to try and make basically everything an object. Um, this is all going to be text-based on the command line. There's going to be no additional programs used. Like I said, we're going to be using, or I'm going to be using Vim, um, and basically using what I've learned from this class. And I mean, that's kind of it. I know it was talked about that games might not be the best thing to use, but I just feel since I'm so passionate about games, this is just a good way for me to show what I know from the class in terms of object-oriented programming, and it's just a good way to kind of like, in my mind, I can use everything in kind of an impressive way. So that's kind of it.